Right, a beautiful morning to everybody, and we hope you're doing well. We hope that the week has started right for you. This is Prime Morning, and you are welcome. If this is your first time chancing on this morning show, you're welcome to the Prime Morning family. We air every single day, Monday through to Friday, 6 a.m. sharp, right here on Joy Prime TV. And this is the show that will bring you up to date on everything happening, not just in Ghana, but around the world. We bring you sports, we bring you politics, we bring you lifestyle, we bring you health. And so today, which is a Tuesday, is going to be another very interesting and informative day or edition of Prime Morning right here on Joy Prime TV. And so I urge you to please be highly interactive with us on our social media platforms. On Facebook, it is Joy Prime TV. Our WhatsApp number is 055-157-5757. But on Facebook, do not forget that you can hit the share button so everybody will know that we're currently live on your screens. This is the News Flash segment. This is the segment that we talk everything hardcore, everything politics, everything that is happening in the country, all the promises, all the happenings that this current government is, embarking on. We talk about it during the News Flash segment, and not just that. Any other happening with any other political party, we talk about it during the News Flash segment right here on Prime Morning. My name is Esiedua Akomia. Now, I need to remind you that News Flash segment is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise Steel. Phones, fee. And so whatever electronic gadgets you're looking for, they have got you covered. Is it CCTV cameras, refrigerators, televisions, mobile phones of all brands? They have got you sorted. All you can do from the comforts of your homes or your offices, you can download the app onto your phone. It is Franco Trading app, or you can hop onto their website, www.francotrading.com, and whatever you order, they will deliver at your doorstep. Again, you're welcome to Prime Morning. And today being a Tuesday, we're going to get into health. We are still in the month of May, which is the Purple Month. The Purple Month is the Mental Health Awareness Month. And so since, the month of May started, every single Tuesday, we've been coming your way with mental health conversations. And so today is going to be another great edition of that as well. And we're going to delve into sports. I've got trending stories for you a little later. Stories that are massively trending on social media will be brought to your way during the What's Trending segment. Also, if you have anybody who is celebrating his or her birthday today, this is the perfect opportunity for you to send their photo and the birthday message to our WhatsApp number 055-157-5757, so we can have it on time and get to celebrate them during the What's Trending segment. So you will be celebrating all those celebrating their birthdays. All right, so let's get into what we have for you this morning on the News Flash segment. And I know that you must have seen this because it's been making the headlines for a number of days now, and that is government's introduction of electronic visas. Yes, so what do you think about that? We want you to share your thoughts with us via social media platforms. Again, Facebook, Joy Prime TV. We're also live on YouTube at Joy Prime TV Live. And the WhatsApp number, again, 055-157-5757. So it is officially launched. The e-visa has been officially launched. We're going to delve into that. My guests will be seated shortly for us to get into that conversation. But whilst we wait, I wait to, introduce my guests to you. We've got a number of newspapers here, and we're going to read what the front pages are reporting this morning. So let's start off with Daily Graphic. Daily Graphic. On the front page, we've got Nation launches e-visa platform. Yes, so that is our topic. That's our only topic for discussion today. Free visa policy for Africans. And so I'll read a little bit into it later when we're about starting the conversation. Let's continue. Special supplement on Eid al-Adha. Now, we've actually heard that a number of persons are confused about the reason that this coming Wednesday's holiday has not been moved to Friday. Because under normal circumstance, that's what happens. Anytime there's a holiday on a weekday, it is moved to Friday so that we can all enjoy a very long a very long weekend, but that's not the case this time around. And it's all because Eid al-Adha has been slated, the celebration has been slated for a specific day. It's a specific day celebration, and it falls on Wednesday. So because it falls on Wednesday, it is that specific day. And so government does not have the right to say, or the Minister of Interior, or, nobody has a right to say that, because government made a promise to you that anytime there's a holiday within the week, it's going to be moved to Friday. And so Eid al-Adha, that is celebrated worldwide. Only Ghana is going to move it to Friday. It's not possible. It's not happening that way. So for those of you that are hoping that it's going to be moved, or you don't understand the reason that it's been moved to Friday, here is the reason, okay? You have the reason now. Okay, all right. So let's move on. Let's continue with the newspaper. We've got Quicken Farm Inputs, Distribution Under Feed Ghana Initiative, send Ghana to government. We've got over 4,000 weapons surrendered during gun amnesty period. Dr. Bona, on the back page of the Daily Graphic, we've got Queiroz recalls Roman Nyama for World Cup mission. Anyways, let's move on. So we've got 16 days more to the World Cup. Very interesting. Is Ghana ready? Well. We'll find out when we kickstart the World Cup. Let's move on to the next newspaper, and we've got the New Republic. The New Republic is the next newspaper. On the front page, we have Asia reveals Edu Boahen's dirty empire in quotes. Now, dirty empire is in quote. Dirty empire in court. 27 houses, London flats, and secret shell companies. How Ghana's top intelligence boss stole public funds. That's what's reported in the New Republic. We also have Mosquito Stokes NDC fire. Esiodun Ketia claims personal glory for 2024 victory. Says he forced Haruna Muntaka reshuffle against Mahama's wish. Ooh. All right, let's move on to the next story. Ghana eyes Kaizen Nation. Chief of Staff signals shift from pilot projects to cross-economy productivity drive. And then we have jailed robber kills Queen Mother. Police uncover murder for hire plot from inside Ankafor maximum prison. Chief arrested for 50,000 Ghana cedi contract. Aish. Okay, we have our Pinto Kingmakers fight fake, in quote, Queen Mother, and then TDC, GIADEC, and Arise IIP boost my integrated industrial parks company. And that's it for the New Republic. That's it for the New Republic. Let's move on to the next newspaper, and that is The Insight. The Insight newspaper. The mother headline is Liberation Day. SMG calls for renewed Pan-African unity. We've got his Osajo for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's photo there. Jomo Kenyatta's photo is there as well, and Haile Selassie's photo is on there as well. Moving on to the next story, Lands and Mines Watch Ghana condemns minority leaders' attempts to politicize Damang Lee's process. Okay, and then China denounces U.S. indictment of Raul Castro as violation of Cuba's sovereignty. Family Health, University Vice Chancellor hails alumnus medical publication, and then Akwa family stands firm, insists court's decision affirm ownership of Kwakpo lands. And then Ghana's opposition leadership becomes focus of new African democracy research. That's it for the Insight newspaper. On to the next newspaper, The Overseer. The Overseer newspaper. The banner headline is Ghana launches 48-hour e-visa system. We're going to talk about it. New buses are designed to offer greater comfort to commuters, Metro Mass Managing Director says. We've got Betty Crosby, Mensa inspires women, promotes wellness on Northern Region tour, and Benin's ex-finance minister sworn in as president. All right. Well, that's it for the Overseer newspaper. On to the next one, the Daily Gist. The Daily Gist newspaper. Banner headline is Mali probes Adama's sister company over tax evasion, offshore account, royalty breaches. NDC explodes over Mahama secession battle. And then we've got Afoko takes campaign to minority MPs. Adra Safo Foundation assists Osu Children's Home. FGM tribal marks persist in Ghana despite ban. Contract mining undermining workers' welfare, tax revenues. And then we've got Queen Mother murdered for 50,000 Ghana cedi in contract killing deal. Very, very sad. Very sad. All right, so that's it for the newspapers this morning. That's it. And again, I need to remind you that we are live on Facebook. It's Joy Prime TV, and our WhatsApp number is 055-157-5757. My name once again is Esiodua Akomia. I've got my first guest seated, and we're always super elated to have her on every single Tuesday. She gives us, some level of buzz, with her submissions, and we are always very excited having her. She's in the person of Janet Asana Nabla, who's a flag bearer for PNP. We are hoping and praying that she ends up becoming Ghana's first female president. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. You are looking very, very, very
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you so much. And you look good as usual. Auntie Janet, you're always wowing us on our screens,
Hey.
You always look good. You always look good. Hope the week has been good.
Oh, it has been okay.
It's been
Apart
okay.
from one day, one scandal. It's like this week.
Yeah.
It has been a great week. We've not heard of anything apart from the e-visa system that is in place.
Which we are going to talk about.
Yes, we've not heard of anything. I think the whole week it has been okay. Apart from this Medes, Ghana.
Okay. All right, brilliant. So, but last week, you had to go to court. Hope everything is fine.
Yes,
That's Tuesday.
Yes, and we are going back on the 1st of June.
Okay.
So, I hope everything will be okay.
Okay.
It's because of this politics, as I said, certain pronouncements that the party issued a statement that I made comments on it.
The party, which is NDC.
No, that time I was in the PNC.
Okay.
That it.
It's happened years ago.
Yes, that was 2021.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
So I'm still in court. I've been to about 3 different courts. Then this is my 4th court, and I hope that will be the last one with the PNC, and I can wash my hands off because I'm no more in that party. So fighting battles that are no longer mine.
Okay.
I can't even call people from PNC to come and testify because I'm no longer in their party.
In the party.
It doesn't really make sense. But that's how it is.
Well, we are hoping and praying for you that this indeed would be the last.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay, so my second guest is seated. She's in the person of Victoria Naima Abdullah. She's a member of the NDC communications team. Good morning.
Good morning, Sidwa.
How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm doing well.
You look amazing.
Thank you. So do you.
Thank you.
So do you. So I hope the week has started off right for you.
It has.
Okay.
By the grace of God.
Okay.
I mean, we're doing well in Ayawasu West Wogon.
Nice.
And also with the support of our MP, Honorable John Seto Dumelo.
Yeah.
And his beautiful wife.
Yes.
Gifty Maunya Dumelo.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're doing well.
Okay.
Yeah.
We thank God. Okay. So we're going to find out how people are feeling about the launching of the e-visa. So we're going to get into that. So again, get ready to be very interactive with us. So the Daily Graphic reported that, and that was their banner headline, Nation launches e-visa platform. So for the purposes of those who do not understand, let's read a little bit into it so you can have some level of understanding. Now, the country has launched an electronic visa, e-visa, platform and introduced a free visa policy for all persons traveling to Ghana with African passports in a move aimed at boosting intra-African travel, trade, and integration. The digital platform, which was launched in Accra yesterday, allows applicants to submit visa requests online and receive a decision within 48 hours. For non-African foreign nationals, the visa fee has been set at $260. Effective yesterday, which also marked the African Union Day, all travelers to Ghana with African passports would not pay any amount for visa, as the government has scrapped fees to commemorate the African Union Day celebrated every May 25. So this is just a little introduction to a topic for discussion today. I'm going to start right off with Victoria. Because, since it's her party that has done this, I believe that, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama made some profound statements highlighting reasons or the need for this. And then also the foreign minister has also spoken in relation to this as well, that is going to strengthen trading and, strengthen the relationships that we are going to have with other African countries. But I don't know what other people are thinking about this, and I don't know what Auntie Janice will also be thinking about this. But Victoria, good morning to you once again.
Good morning, Sidwa. E-visa. Yeah. That's great news for Ghana.
Okay.
Because comparatively, there are other African countries that are already on e-visa platforms. And with the beauty of what Ghana seeks to achieve with e-visa is that this is a collaboration with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Interior, and the Ministry of Transport. The Ministry of Interior is there to ensure that all security aspects, cyber security, and all the networks that are applicable to ensuring compliance on our internet space is made possible.
Okay.
And we also have the Transport Ministry, which is in charge of travels, the seas, all the borders. And then the Foreign Affairs Ministry, that also supersedes the consulates, which is issuance of visas. And the beauty of this is the fact that, many people are talking about a contract that already exists when it comes to e-visas. But I think that they are trying to talk about visa on arrival applications, which requires some level of authorization. Sometimes people want to travel and it's on emergency basis.
Yeah.
And so due to that, they're able to get authorization from the government or the country that they intend to travel to. And then when they arrive in the country, they pay on arrival. This is quite a different situation altogether.
Okay.
Because with the e-visa, you sit in the comfort of your home, and then you upload all the relevant documents that you require to travel. Your valid passport, if it is you require yellow fever card, you upload that, your travel itinerary, and then all the other documentations that you require. And that's very efficient. The African countries that have tried this, and they have been successful at it. This has started. And we know that as time goes on, whatever loopholes that are going to arise from it, we're just going to tighten it.
Okay.
It's a good thing that we all have to embrace because the world has gone, global internet. We've gone technology. And so it's important that as a nation, we also subscribe to some of these benefits that the internet or technology brings to us as an African country. And so for me, I am more concerned about the advantages as well.
Okay.
Some may argue that if it's free for African countries, then how are we able to, create more dividends? But the most important aspect of this is that the country already has bilateral agreements with other African countries and even some countries that are not African. Okay. The rest of the world. Over 50 countries that are already benefiting from our free visa or visa waiver agreement. And so for me, I think that we should look at it from the aspect where security is in place. That's check number one. And then we have the travel authority, the electronic travel authority aspect of it, which ensures that if there is a person that is on a stop list, all those people are, prevented from entering the country. So that alone gives us that security, the maximum security that as a nation we require to be able to receive our guests and visitors. Now, when these visitors come, there are other aspects of the economy that they are going to benefit from.
Okay.
We're going to see the tourism industry, there's going to be a boost over there.
Okay.
We're going to see investments grow because most of these people, I don't think that anybody at all would just decide to get up, go on the internet and apply for a Ghanaian visa and come without knowing anyone or have no purpose or benefits to whatever country that they want to travel to. Whatever benefit they seek to achieve from here, it's obvious that we are also going to benefit as well.
Okay.
Because their travel itinerary definitely will indicate that they have already made payments or checked into hotels. And that is also going to give us, maximum dividends as a nation. And so we should look at it from that aspect. Now, for the international visa acquisition or the e-visa acquisition, we know that when these people or these individuals or travelers on board, then it's going to boost our economic gains as a country in terms of the money or the amounts that you just mentioned that they are paying.
The $260.
$60. That's a lot of money. And we know that when it comes to the rest of the world, a lot of them are very interested, in traveling to Ghana as a nation because of our peaceful and hospitable nature. And so this is also going to help us as a nation. Now, one thing that we must, acknowledge is the fact that people may think that when these visas or the embassies are not functional and then people are not visiting the embassies, they're not going to get or we are not going to make the money that maximize our profits. Yeah. But one thing is for sure, the embassies are definitely operating now, giving students visas and then also giving family visas. That's what the embassy now will be doing. They're going to be making dividends from there.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to the aspect of the visa acquisition online, all these monies put together will be shared across to embassies across the world, Ghanaian embassies across the world.
Oh.
Yes.
If what?
The monies we are making online, all the embassies across the world,
right?
These monies will be shared across the embassies.
Okay.
You understand me?
Okay.
So if somebody is arguing that all monies are going to be paid through the internet and therefore embassies within a specific country will not make money, I stand to correct that.
Okay.
That whatever dividends that we're going to make from the e-visa or the e-transact, definitely all the monies are going to be disbursed accordingly across all the Ghana embassies. All the Ghana embassies overseas.
Okay.
Even, you see, the interesting aspect of funding these embassies is that much as they also make money within the various space that they operate, help or there's still support, financial support that is still extended to the embassies.
Okay.
But you see, this is an avenue where we're going to make a lot of money because when you travel to some part of Europe and America and then UK, if you take UK, for instance, we have an embassy in London, but we don't have an embassy in Scotland. And so if somebody has to travel all the way from Scotland to London to acquire a visa, which would take them about 2 hours by air, they would probably want to do it online, secure their visa, and then they can travel through whatever means and then get into the country.
Okay.
This is a clear avenue of, income generation for our country. And so I believe that we all must support it. This is a great initiative. It's part of the transformational agenda by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And we expect that all Ghanaians must subscribe to it. And then we can all support with our prayers and then also see to the fruitful realization of this policy so that Ghana can move forward. Rwanda has done it. They succeeded at it. Tanzania has done it. They've succeeded at it. Kenya is doing it as well, and they are also succeeding at it. Ethiopia has done it. And one thing we should also understand is that when people travel to some of these countries, within our space here in Ghana, the travel time, the queuing processes. You know how cumbersome it is when sometimes you have to even miss a flight because you have to go through a process where you queue. But these processes are going to help us to have very easy transactional processes that will help us to move freely between countries and around the world.
Okay, before we move on to Auntie Janet, can you please dwell a little bit more on the visa fees being waived off for Africans?
Like I rightly stated earlier, there are bilateral agreements where other countries are benefiting from visa waivers. So this is not the first time Ghana is embarking on such an initiative. And like I said, for Africa, our president quite recently championed an agenda for Africa, that we can have a united Africa where we can have economic emancipation, and then we can be, independent as Africans. And so one of the greatest achievements that our president is doing right now is to bring Africa to Ghana and then make Ghana the center of Africa. And so, like I rightly stated earlier, every African country that is traveling here to this country stands to benefit, from our country, and we also stand to benefit from whatever income that they bring to this nation. Yeah.
All right. Auntie Janet.
Oh, okay. So once again, let me greet you.
Okay, I'm so sorry. It escaped me that Akosia has joined us. So we've been joined by a spokesperson for the NPP Gender Committee, Grace Akosia Amoabi. Akosia, good morning.
Good morning. I hope you are doing well.
I'm doing very well. How about you?
Very well. I'm fine.
Okay, all right. I'll come to you shortly.
Sure.
Right. Auntie Janet.
So let me greet you, let me greet my sisters, and let me greet our viewers this morning. Ghana launching an e-visa system, I think it's a great initiative. Society is evolving, and as a country, we can continue to be using those decadence methods. I think, to me, it's okay. It's just that there are a lot of things that we have to look at when we are going e-visa, because we are living in a country that we have to be protected as citizens. So whatever the Minister for Foreign Affairs is doing, he will have to take the security risk of e-visas and the things that accompanies it into heart before coming up with an initiative of this nature. I heard my sister Victoria talk about Pan-Africanism, how we are supposed to love each other. I like it because I'm an Nkrumahist, and I love Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, but there are certain things Dr. Kwame Nkrumah did that I think it was not good for this country. One of them had to do with him giving 20 million pounds to Guinea. Those monies were not for him and the CPP. It was for Ghanaians and our future generation, our wealth. You don't give the country's resources to other countries because we believe in Pan-Africanism. If you have a way to raise those funds to give it to them, that's okay. But for you to pick money from Ghana to give 20 million pounds, 20 million pounds, calculate it even today, and he gave 10 million pounds to Mali. That money was our money that were put aside for generational transfer hypothesis, the wealth of our future generations that were given out to African people. So we don't want a political party coming in with this notion that I'm a Pan-African minded person. If you're a Pan-African minded person and you like Africa, have a way to generate revenue that we can see that you are generating revenue to use it to fund your Pan-African love, you see, because Ghana, we are already stressed up, and certain decisions that are supposed to be taken, you have to take the entire country into consideration whilst doing it. The launching of the e-visa system is a good thing, but have we looked at the security challenges? Number one, to launch an e-visa system in the country without taking into consideration the problems that it comes with. You know, people who are criminals like e-visa systems countries because that one, they know how to be able to maneuver the system to get their way. People who are involved in child trafficking, drug trafficking, people who are involved in human trafficking. We talk about people who are fraudsters. They like this easy way of getting into a country. And that is what you heard her say, that this gives the people an easy way to get into our country. Whilst you are transporting easy means for people to get into our country, you have forgotten that you are giving fraudsters the chance to come to this country to tell us that they are investors. And they will come here and use Ghana as a transit to do fraud to other countries. And finally, Ghana will be on the red radar. You have forgotten that people who are into drug trafficking like easy systems that allow people to get into your country, that they will also just use that system to make sure that they use Ghana as a drug transit area to be able to traffic drugs.
Because now it is very
easy to
get visa.
You have forgotten that you are opening our borders to terrorists, so that when terrorists realize that Ghana is an easy access, they will open it and start transporting their people here, so that they will use us as a base to be able to build to attack. How can our Minister for Foreign Affairs not take so many things into consideration before coming up to tell us about the e-system? Let me tell you something. Let me even ask something. We must have a robust technology to be able to do underground screening to make sure that bad people cannot get into our country. And I know, myself and you know, that we don't have that. They will tell you that they have. And if you have the chance...
I don't know, I think Victoria mentioned something in relation...
Yeah, the Civil Aviation Security Network,
right,
which is in place. It's embedded in the system. Yeah, so anybody that applies, if you are on red alert or a wanted person, now the technology is such that even if you call someone and the person is a scammer, Truecaller is able to identify. So how much more a system that is going to provide visas for individuals that are coming to a nation?
What he's saying, that is the most easiest thing for somebody to be a terrorist and want to come. They are not using terrorists to come here. They are using network of people who are clean to bring them to this place to make sure that they use them. You don't have that technology to be able to know that who did this? What is happening? The way these people are coming, you don't have that technology. You're a third world country and you have problems. Even this country, we have problems of food and butter for you to be able to do that. America is having something that they call the remote sensing technology that goes around the whole world 2 times a day. It sends every information. They seize the information and then they keep it. They don't want anyone to know. And then the one they give to us is called information availability, the ones they don't like. You don't have anything, technology, to know some of these things. Yet you are giving e-visa a chance. I'm not saying that it's not good for us to have a technology, but I'm just saying that let's look at the things that it can even pose to our people. Number one. Number two, let's ask. They have just told Africans to come to this country for free. That's what they have said. Now, Africans can now apply for visas for free. The money we were getting from these people, how are you going to be able to give us back our money? Because it is through your government's decision. That government, Ghana is going to lose income. How are we going to be able, the PMP wants to know, how you will be able to give us back that money. He's here talking about when they come, we are talking about hotels and blah, blah. Look, a bird in hand is worth than thousands in the bush. How can you project that maybe when we open it, maybe people will come, maybe hotels. I have my money and you ask me to throw it into the air and be hoping for maybe hotels, people will come. This is just unfair. That is the truth. Because you can't ask me to give my money out and then you will now use projections to tell me that maybe after you have given this money out, people will come in and then they will do business with hotels, restaurants, markets, and their money can come in. Do you get what I'm saying? They have forgotten about another one. They talk about pressure on public service. There will be pressure. Some of these people will come here, not just for anything, but to now come and be citizens of this country. They will come here with those visas and won't go back. there will be pressure on jobs. The jobs we don't have, they will come here to fight with us for jobs.
At the end of the day, are we not calling for, you know, most especially Africans in the diaspora, are we not saying this is home for you, so come back home? We've got other African countries who are, you know, they are expelling and they are pushing away other African nationals and saying that this is not your home, go back to your home country. But then isn't this a medium to say, this is home, you are welcome any day, anytime?
Listen, there is no way we can say that to other Africans to come and stay here in Ghana. We already have pressure with our youth not having jobs. Mr. Okujato Ablakwa has opened now a floodgates for people to enter through system. When they come here, they are not coming here as tourists. They are not coming here to invest. They are also looking for greener pastures. So the jobs, have you gone to Circle? Go to Circle and check. The number of, I will tell you that 95% of the people that are doing business in Circle are foreigners. They are not Ghanaians. Foreigners are suffering. The Ghanaians are suffering because they don't have jobs. So you are opening e-visa system and you are inviting foreigners into this country to come in. The jobs we don't have, they will come and struggle with it. The houses we don't have, they will come and struggle with it. We talk about health system, they will struggle with the health system. We talk about the light that you are talking about, they will come and take some. Then we talk about water and other things. Are you taking this into consideration when you are opening the floodgates and asking African people to enter here? We don't have a problem with our neighbors or our African brothers coming here. But you have to take into consideration you not being able to provide stable electricity. And you are calling more people. When more people come, they will stay in homes and they will put on lights.
Okay, not to cut you, Antonia, I want to read a little bit into what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama said yesterday. And then he said, so this is what he said, that President Mahama also announced plans to extend the digital platform to cover work and residence permits, directing the ministries for the Interior, Foreign Affairs and Transport, the Ghana Immigration Service and the Ghana Investment Promotion Center to automate the process to reduce delays and improve the ease of doing business.
You said to do what? To promote work?
Yes.
They are giving this a work permit
to cover work and residence permits.
For those who are coming.
Directing the ministries for the Interior, Foreign Affairs and Transport, the Ghana Immigration Service and the Ghana Investment Promotion Center to automate the process to reduce delays and improve the ease of doing business.
So he is saying that those who are coming here are going to work. Those who are coming to the country, they are going to give them work permits. You who have not been able to generate any jobs, you who lied to Ghanaians that you generated 1 million jobs, and then Ghana Statistical Service came and told Ghanaians that it's not true. Was it like 300,000 or something jobs you provided? You are now calling African people to come to our country and get work permits. You know what the NDC is going to bring to this country is pregnant and nursing a baby at the same time. Let me tell you something. Okay. My, I don't know, my last edition about this, whatever Honorable Okujato Ablakwa is doing. I heard him say that other African countries are doing that. Which African country? Nigeria is there, West Africa. Tell me which of the countries have given a free visa to to us, we Ghanaians. Which other African country have done it? You are talking about what you call Kenya, which one and blah blah in the West African environs. Which this thing? They say Togo is now trying. That's what they said. They said there are 5. The whole of Africa.
It wasn't easy.
They said Togo is now trying. Look, only 5 countries that I saw there, and those 5 countries is on paper. It's not working. So what I'm saying is that you can't come in as a government and start doing things you like. Okay. Ghana is not for President Mahama and Honorable Okujato Ablakwa. Look at what they are doing to our brothers in South Africa. Okay. And you can come here, you who produce no jobs for Ghanaians. Ghanaians youth are crying. You are here telling other African countries to come and they will give them job permit. Anytime they give them the platform and they see cameras, they just say things that they want. Yesterday you were just saying it so that they will clap hands for Ghana. Do you have jobs? Do do you even have housing? Ever since you came, a house that used to cost 150 Ghana cedis a month is now going for 500 Ghana cedis because of you. And you are here asking people to come for housing permits, to come for work permits. From where? Please, African countries, stay in your various countries. Stay in your various countries. You know, there are no jobs in Ghana.
Janet is sounding xenophobic, and she doesn't understand what the permit is.
When the South Africans sounded like that,
you would have to.
So the visa, the resident permit is for business people.
Okay.
And not for free visa applicants.
Okay.
Let's make sure.
To clarify.
Okay.
Let's make sure that those business people are not fraudsters who are using our country to do defraud people from other countries. Okay. And not businessmen from where?
Right. Akosia.
Good morning.
Good morning.
To your cherished viewers and to my beautiful ladies here. I want to say a good morning to the flag bearer of the NPP, Dr. Manu Baumia, and his wife, Lady Samira Baumia. Before I go on, I would want to, yesterday I received a message from MTN saying we have to pay some amount of money, I think a percentage of our money if you are transferring money from your MTN to your bank account. Yeah. And I feel this is, we need explanation because we know that those forms of deductions are over. Like we heard from the government, but we are getting these messages on our phones, and we don't have any. Nobody has informed anybody of anything. We just got messages that
starting from 1st June.
Starting from 1st June, when you are transferring money from your account from your mobile money account to
bank account,
there'll be charges. They're already charging. The bank is already charging us for that. There's no. I've been transferring money from my Momo to my account, and I always get charged for it. And I understand that is from the bank. So if we are getting additional charges, at least business people in Ghana, small business owners like some of us should understand why, or should know if there are any changes or if they've made any changes so far, because we haven't heard anything. Okay. All of a sudden we are getting messages on our phones that we are going to be charged for transferring money. We are already being charged, like I said, we are already getting charged for transferring Momo to the bank, and I believe that is for the bank. But if we are getting this from the communication, MTN, we should get an explanation as to why we are being charged, because from my understanding, they've abolished the e-levy system, and we don't have e-levy going on anymore. So if they are bringing the e-levy back into the system, I think it is prudent for us to know why, or they should even inform us that, okay, we are doing a mini of it, a mini e-levy, then we can understand that this is what business owners are going to face. But I don't think it is good, or it is bad for us business people to just be there and then we'll get messages from MTN that we are going to be charged for that. And they know that this is a system that a lot of people use. Most of us, when we receive monies from our small shops, we don't walk to the banks to go and make deposits. We do the transfer from our mobile money into the banks for safekeeping and all that. So if something as delicate like this to any business is going to happen, I think it is fair, it will be fair enough that they inform us of these new changes. That's what I think. Okay. Now, let's move on to the topic of e-visa. Yeah. So yesterday we heard, I was on the internet, so I saw that this has been officially launched. And I would say, when I heard it, I thought about it, that, okay, this would be good for business people around Africa, because for Africans it's free, but if you are not an African, you have to apply for the e-visa on the internet, and then you get your visa before you come into the country. So right now, the embassies will not be working as to people going in there to go and apply visas to come into the country. Well, I've heard all of them. When I came in, I heard her say, talk about the advantages of this. But as for me, anytime I hear something, it's good for them to implement. If you don't put up the plan, you wouldn't know if it's going to work for you or not. But whilst you are putting up the plan, I think you should look at the disadvantages of the plan before you execute the plan. Okay. Well, I've heard Madam Janet speak, and I think I agree with her on certain issues with regards to security, one, and then jobs. Just yesterday, I don't know if we're following, but we had some of our ministries, their systems were down, their websites were down. I think the interior, there was one interior, there was Ministry of, I think I'll look for it. Okay. We checked, because we saw it on the, so I decided to check myself, and I realized most of the ministries' websites were down.
Okay.
This is one.
Okay.
So this is a system where we as a country, we have problems with regards to our internet. We have issues. People are giving something simple as data. People are complaining how it takes time for you to even access basic information in Ghana. Even with our calls and our networks and all that, we're having challenges. And then we roll up a system that's going to be more like internet-centered. Whilst we have challenges in this country with regards to our internet, fine, people will be applying
so
for it.
Not ready?
Oh, of course, we are not ready with regards to security. We are having challenges, even with the jobs. We in this country, we are struggling to even get jobs. A simple policy that they said, sold to Ghanaians beautifully for people to believe 24-hour economy and all that. The last time I met Naima, she even gave me a website to apply. I'm working on it. We are even struggling to implement that. And then now we have this giving people working permits to come and work in this country and all that. We are frustrating the system. We are losing money. Eventually, we are losing money because if anybody was going to apply for this currently, before the, the inauguration of this, if anybody was going to apply, we're going to get money out of it. But right now, we are making it free for all Africans, which we are going to lose some amount of money. When I came in, I heard her saying that the money that they are going to get from the other foreigners, they're going to distribute the monies across board. I don't know how they are going to do that, but that's what she's saying. But for me, I believe that any serious businessman who is traveling into this country should be, how much were we paying for the visas? I'm sure it depends on every country. But how much were we paying, even for the African countries? How much were they paying to enter into this country? Any serious businessman who is ready to do business in Ghana should not even struggle to pay that amount of money to enter Ghana. So I do not know why at this crucial point, if we've not made our systems correct enough to do this. Yes, I'm not saying it's something that they should not do it now, but we should look at the time. Are we ready as a country to go all out for this? Are systems ready? Security concerns, are we ready for this? This is what we should be asking. If we are not ready, we can look at the systems well and then maybe implement it later.
But they are still going to be making money because for non-African nationals.
That's what I'm saying. No, I know that they are. I mentioned it that they're going to make money. I think they are paying $260 for non-Africans. But I'm saying that how much were the African countries paying to enter Ghana? And then I said any serious businessman who wants to do business in Ghana would not even have a problem paying that amount of money that they were paying initially. So if we are doing this, we are asking ourselves, are we ready to do this? Are we ready to let everybody enter into our systems? We are going to frustrate the immigration system, if you should ask me, because there will be pressure on them. Are we ready for that? When they were inaugurating it, did they mention how they were going to go through that system? I didn't hear her talk about it with our immigration. Are we ready? Is the country ready for that? Our system, when you come to our borders, are we ready? Look, I traveled to Togo some few weeks ago, and when you were talking about Togo being free, look, I struggled. I was at the border for almost 3 hours before I was able to enter Togo. Just Togo, Togo and Ghana is just a walking distance. To enter into Togo, I spent almost 3 hours to enter into Togo because, yes, I didn't require a visa, but then through the checks and all that, I had to go through a lot to get there. That's why I'm asking myself, as a country, are we ready? We are even having issues in this country with regards to, our internet, our security issues. We are having issues with it. We are having issues with work and all that, and we are opening it up for all Africans. Look, Africans are already finding their ways into the country already. Okay, so, and we haven't even done anything to stop it.
Okay, of course. Can I read something?
There was a point that people were complaining that our rent system is really bad because and I think they cited it to some other countries. They came to make our rent system bad. Some people said the Nigerians in this country came into the country and make our rent system bad, because when they come in and they give them the rent, they are ready to pay anything.
Any amount.
So then we Ghanaians are struggling because of this. So we should all look at all these things, because
the
last time we're even talking about rent control going out and people increasing their prices. So those people coming in are ready to pay anything to be there. But are we ready? Are we ready for this? That is what we should be asking.
And they are not normal business.
So dwelling on security, let me read this bit. So the president stressed that the removal of financial barriers for Africans would not compromise national security. As the e-visa system was fully integrated into the country's advanced passenger information and passenger name record architecture and linked to international crime and watch list databases. And I think Victoria highlighted a bit on that earlier. Now he went on to say, let no one misunderstand Ghana's openness and hospitality as a relaxation of our national security obligations. Every entry into Ghana will remain subject to stringent security screening and established immigration protocols.
Are we even doing that now? How is our borders looking like now as a country? How is it looking like? I don't know, but I'm asking, how is it looking like even now? And then opening it up for anybody to just come in. I mean, well, it's something that they have put in place. Let's see how it goes, if you should ask me. But as for me, we are in opposition. As an opposition party, we just want to make sure that the right things are done. It's not just people getting up to just put up this for, I mean, people to say they are working. But are we really going to benefit as a country? That is what we should be asking ourselves. Is this a good time for us to implement this? Do we have all structures in place to make sure we get the 100% or even the 90% of what we are seeking to achieve? Because for me, like I said, any serious business woman or man coming into this country will not even have a problem paying that amount of money, because the person is coming to do business. It's not free. You're coming to make money from this country. You're coming to make money. So then if you are supposed to pay a small amount of money to get a visa to come into this country, I don't think it should be a problem.
Okay.
So that's, for me, it doesn't really, I don't think it will change anything for anybody, any businessman, that you have taken visa, visa is visa free, so it's going to, make any change in the person's life. For me, business people are serious people who are ready to invest and get their investments back. So if you're coming to the country to come and do business and you have a challenge paying a small amount of money to come and do business, then I don't think you are here for business. That is what I think. Maybe you are here to come and work. You are coming to share. We are not talking. We are not fighting over jobs. But look, we are struggling as a country to even get jobs. So if you are coming in to come and look for it, you are coming to compete for jobs with the normal, what do we call it, normal Ghanaian. And our youth are complaining to the extent that, look, just the military exercise that we did, the security service exercise. Look at how many young people came out, and look at what happened. We had people dying. So if we don't have our systems right and we try to just be, it's easier said than done. Like, we try to be all over the place because we want to get a certain name or look in the other African continents without looking. Do you get what I'm trying to say? We are trying to have a picture of us outside, but home, outside gentility, home cry. Outside gentility, home cry. We are putting out there like we have everything in place, but in what people, the citizens in our countries, in our country currently, they are not okay. So,
okay.
Me,
I wanted to say something before Victoria, so that you can just maybe
address both of you.
I think whilst you were talking, I got the notion that the reason why Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa and the president did all what they are doing is because of money. They are thinking that the e-visa services can be able to give the money directly to them so that they have control. It is the embassies that have been having control over the money. So it's not because of your security or the security or the to reduce stress in those who are applying for visas. They are looking at the financial aspect. And the financial aspect is that if they are able to do the e-system, it brings all the money into their coffers. They get control over it, and they can now decide that which person they should give it to. You see this work permit that he was talking about? You know, when you come for a work permit, you have to pay. They are sitting down thinking about money. They did not take many things into consideration. That if Africans are coming into Ghana and we give them a working permit, they have to pay for it. When you go to US, they pay. All this money, they are thinking, we will now use it for other things, without thinking about they coming into the country, how the stress they are going to put on Ghanaians, how they are going to struggle with jobs with Ghanaians, how even housing prices will escalate. The government and Okujato Ablakwa, the president, they don't care about this. All what they care is how to use Ghanaians to make money. And I tell you, we have to look at this thing very carefully. Because when we painstakingly look at the thing, they are not doing this to help anybody. It is not because they are patriotic to other citizens and other things. All these things, they just use the free African visas. I'm sure they have calculated how many Africans come here and blah, blah, blah. If we want to let them come and we'll give them this opportunity, they are this, we can use the work permit to be able to even get more money than if they were to pay visas. So many things they've taken into consideration before coming out with this thing. And I think that Ghanaians should get up and kick against it. The people of South Africa, you see now, they waited, now they are doing things. Do not allow any government who have come in and cannot create a job for you to use you to ask other people to come so that they will give him money. He will now have his money to do what he wants to do, and the people of Ghana will suffer. Let's not allow that. Because these e-visa things, even other African countries who are not having internet services, as Grace was saying, how are they going to access it? So even Ghana, we are better than other African countries. Other African countries come to Ghana and they call us small land, this in Paris. They see us as Paris because Paris, they think that Ghana is a very beautiful place. They don't have internet services. You are giving them e-visa, this thing that they should do it. They can't even be able to come into your country because internet services will prevent them from coming into this country. So all what I'm saying is that President Mahama, we are all reading in between the lines and we are pinpointing things out. And I think the youth of Ghana, the time has come for us to do, like for the youth to come out and do a very big demonstration against some of the policies the NDC is bringing out.
Okay.
Because they are not to help us or help Africans, but to make sure that they get money. And we will not allow them to use us.
Okay.
Okay, Sidra, let me clarify a few things.
Okay.
I want to talk about... let me address Grace. I'm surprised that a party that once preached digitalization is now against e-visa transaction.
Okay. I didn't say I was against. If you don't mix my words. I never said I was against it. I said it's a good thing, but we would make sure we have to look at the disadvantages.
So you see, let me tell you why we are ready. We are ready because this particular process is going through internationally acclaimed security platforms, like the ICAO security certification. And one thing that we must know is that the e-Transact is going to admit the rest of the world, apart from Africa. It's going to admit the rest of the world.
Okay.
And these are people that are very, very conscious about their security. And therefore, if the platform does not serve their interest, as time goes on, we're going to see by the application process whether or not they're going to be there. And now, another thing I also want to state is that the resident permit is a process, and it is not automatic. You need to apply for it, and like all other best practices, if you qualify, you are given all the relevant considerations.
So it's not something that
it's
would
not
be
automatic.
Issued.
I mean, it's not, you see, like I said earlier, the people that are applying for free visa are not automatically aligned to, permit. The fact that you apply for a free visa for a 90 days visa, you come into the country, you go through a process, a vigorous process. You don't just grant people resident permit just like that. You go through a vigorous process. When South Africa embarked on xenophobia, they were going after people who didn't have the required resident permits to live in their country. And then you saw the discussion about resident permits with our Ghanaians. Even recently when they met our foreign minister, they expressed concerns about even the system trying to prevent them from getting the resident permits because they know that when the people acquire their resident permits, that is when they also become entitled to certain, you know, benefits of the state. Even South Africa, who is now embarking on xenophobia and telling people to go away. They've taken the people's money, chopped the money, and did not grant them the resident permit. So this should tell you that, I mean, as a nation, we can't just be calling our president a liar and then saying that, you know, he lied to Ghanaians and that, you know, he's not going to live up to expectation. If Ghanaians, over 6 million Ghanaians, voted for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, believing that he is going to take the nation to a next step. And so I think that we should focus on how we can help this government to succeed. Now, I want to talk about the Momo issue that our sister talked about.
Okay.
You know, you have subscribed to a network, MTN. I am not sure that anybody that has subscribed to Vodafone, or sorry, Telecel, has received any such message that if you are transacting from Momo to bank, they're going to take a cap of 5 Ghana cedis. It's a 0.75%, which is capped at 5 Ghana cedis on every transaction. If you're not comfortable with the 5 Ghana cedis, this is a network, a telecom operator, and it's telling you that pay 5 Ghana cedis for transaction. You can't attribute it to e-levy. If you're not comfortable, stop using the network and then use another network, or go to your bank and do your transaction. Do the withdrawal over the counter. This is as simple as ABCD. This is not the government of Ghana that sent a message to individuals saying that they should pay 5 Ghana cedis as a cap for transaction or transacting from your Momo to bank account. And I understand that the network. I do a lot of transactions on my phone. So there are times when I have to send money from my Momo to my bank account. That is a process. They used to, it was free. And now if they have decided to cap 5 Ghana cedis, as a fee for your transaction, I think that it's better that you go straight to the bank and do your transaction, rather than blaming the government for a telco that has decided to take up, a decision by themselves.
Okay. Can I come in now?
Okay.
If Naima is saying that a telco decided to increase or charge us for transferring money, so we should go to the telco, then anybody can just come into this country and do whatever they want. I know their businesses are regulated. They don't just get up and make decisions. They don't just get up and tell Ghanaians that pay this and pay that. So even as a government spokesperson, if you should ask me, sitting here, and somebody raises a concern, I think that maybe you can get back to me to say that you would find out or give me...
No, you don't tell me how to communicate to you.
I'm not saying, of course,
you should have done your checks.
It's a concern. You should tell me that,
before coming to blame the government.
Maybe get back to... Because it's not me. I'm not the only person. I'm speaking for a lot of people. I'm not the only person. You're not speaking to me. We sitting here, I'm not speaking to myself or speaking to just the three of you. I'm speaking to a lot of people. So there are people who genuinely have concerns, just like me sitting over here. So if you have an opportunity to maybe educate, don't tell me what I should go to. We were here. They work hand in hand with government. Am I joking or I'm playing it? No. They work hand in hand. So if a telco will get up and then send messages to, everybody in this country, everybody on the service, then it means something has gone on that we are not aware of. Do you get it? Even with the e-levy, she was saying if the network, I'm not comfortable with I should switch. I think the e-levy, Vodafone wasn't charging for an amount. If you are on Vodafone, you are allowed to send money without being charged. We were running e-levy, but that network was different. People were on Vodafone were not charged for that.
So tell us it's a JVC, it's a joint venture.
Let me finish. But then we on MTN, right, we were being charged. So do you say that if MTN has now come out to say that they are charging us 5 cedis for doing the transfer, I should switch to MTN? People who were on MTN, but they were still charging us e-levy. They didn't switch to Vodafone. So if someone has a genuine concern, and then you can even speak to it, don't tell me that if I don't want it, I should leave the network. Even with e-levy, I knew very well that Vodafone wasn't charging, but I didn't switch to Vodafone. I think 2 days ago, last week or something, we were here and then we're complaining about how our networks are bad. And you even said Vodafone is bad. You said Vodafone belongs to she said it belongs to the government. It's a joint. It's bad. What is the government even doing about it? You want us to sign on to a bad network?
What did you do about it?
It's not even about us. It's not even about us anymore. If you're going to be shifting blames every day, shifting blames, then we are going nowhere. You can do it. That's why they said take it and do it. You are here, you are still blaming us.
Who changed the name to tell us?
I mean, you are here and you are still, we are at this point. And anytime that somebody raises an argument, somebody raises a genuine concern, you want to pass it on to the old government. That is why you are here. I am having a genuine concern telling you that this is what we are saying. We start here to say that Vodafone is having challenges. You said it's a partnership. Fix it. Do it well. So that people can run from MTN.
You are blaming the government.
People can run from MTN and come to Vodafone because of your bad network. The bad network that you are giving to Ghanaians. Nobody wants to sign on to it because if we are having challenges, we have to keep. Now you are telling me. Who gave us Telecel? How are you new in this country? Vodafone has been working since.
It's Vodafone.
You don't know Vodafone anymore.
Listen,
no, listen.
You
don't know Vodafone, but they are working.
Let me educate you.
No, don't educate me. Don't educate me. I have the floor.
Don't worry. I will let you.
I know Vodafone has been running for a very long time. This is not the time. They make changes every time. What we call it, the partnership and other things change. Don't come and sit here and tell me that what did we do about it? We couldn't do anything about it. That's why you are here. Give us better services. What did Sam just say when he was in opposition about giving us data and everything? You are here and you are still complaining. We have, as a business person, I have a genuine concern. I'm speaking for other business people. And you are here telling me that I should switch what?
You attack the government.
No, this is not the best thing to say.
No, you attack the government.
You have to agree that this is not the best thing to say. Listen, if you have a concern and then we have to speak about it, don't come and say that you switch to the other one. No, that is not right. That is not right.
Victoria, if I'm getting you correctly, government
because we are sitting here. No,
nothing to
she doesn't have any information.
This is MTN, a private company.
She doesn't have any information. She's just playing politics with it. She doesn't have information.
So you can't attack government. I am here representing.
If you don't have information, then you keep quiet so that the right people, because maybe MTN is watching me, maybe somebody in government is watching me and can give me answers. So if you don't have answers to my problem, don't talk because you're sitting here for the government. No, you are shouting.
You are shouting.
You are shouting. I have the floor, so keep quiet and let her give you the floor. You do not have the floor. I have the floor, so let me finish making my argument because I will talk over you because it's not your time. I will talk over you because you don't have your time. All I'm saying is that no, that is not ladylike. Keep quiet and let me talk. Listen, all I'm saying is that if you sit here and you don't have certain basic information to some of the concerns that we raise, keep quiet. Maybe somebody in MTN is watching me, somebody in government is watching me that will come out and give us explanation. If you do not have an explanation, keep quiet and let the right people give us the information because we are the ones. So you don't have time. You do not have the time. I am the one talking, so let me finish talking before you talk. When you were making your argument, I didn't come in any way. So listen, this is a genuine concern to every business owner. So if you sit here and you don't have access to our problems, you keep quiet and let the right people get to us. So I would like to expect answers from MTN or whoever is in charge. Because we are not running, we are not running any country where people will just get up and charge people for services. MTN works with this government, and if something has been done or any changes have been made, they should let the right people know. But I won't have it for somebody to come and sit here and say, if I don't like it, I should switch. Let the right people get to us because we are paying monies for that. That is what I would say.
Okay. Victoria, please, I want you to clear this bit. So government has no hand. Government has no hand in MTN's decision to increase the transactional...
To cut 5 Ghana cedis for transaction.
Okay.
And you see, we have government communication. If there are any issues regarding any telco or whatever e-levy or any decision of to take money from people, it is a government decision. And so the relevant stakeholders speak to the issue. I haven't heard the Minister of Communications speak.
So you wait.
That they are capping 5 Ghana cedis from anybody. And so if you have received the message from MTN and then you are speaking and then talking about, attacking the government. I am here as a government
I wish you pay back. I wish you pay back.
I am not going to allow you.
Anybody.
She came here and she spoke directly.
Hear from
she
them.
said if you are bringing e-levy back.
Yes, if you are bringing e-levy back, I didn't attack e-levy. If you are bringing e-levy,
you are sitting right behind me, so please stop shouting.
Yes, she talked over mine, so I will talk into her argument.
Yes, but don't shout.
Of course, I will talk into your argument.
Do it calmly, don't shout. So what I'm saying is that if the government has any decision,
people have genuine concerns and you are sitting here saying we should do what? Is that the best way to respond to us?
To bank account. The relevant stakeholders would speak to it.
Exactly.
Now, we haven't heard any communication from that aspect.
Okay.
And so if you are here and you're talking about it, don't blame government for bringing back e-levy.
So until we hear
until we've heard from the government, you can speak to the government. But if MTN sends you a message, don't come here and then say the government is trying to bring
e-levy back.
You know, and that is what I'm trying to communicate.
Blame them. I question.
You
if you are bringing e-levy back, let us know. I did not blame anybody. If that is
but once you talk about government, I am going to defend government because government hasn't issued any communication to that effect.
Of course, so we are waiting for them to issue communication on that.
But you know something?
That is what I'm saying.
If the government, if MTN is charging businesses when they are going to transfer money into their
from Momo to bank,
businesses don't bear any losses. Like they will not bear. They will put it on the consumer. When you go and you want to transfer money, they will tell you that pay addition. In addition, because when I go to transfer the money into my account, they will ask me to pay 5 cedis. So amount. They will even use it to defraud customers. That is what because some people won't understand. So when you go to do, he said that you add 5 cedis to it because remember I will be transferring it to the bank. Do you understand what I'm saying? So every transaction you will make, they will ask for you to pay for that transaction in the market. So if government is saying that he is not concerned about this because it is banks to consumers, when consumers are feeling the heat, they are not going to blame MTN. MTN is working under the Minister for Communication, and the Minister for Communication has power over MTN. Every actions and inactions of MTN, we will hold it to the neck of the Minister of Information, who is an employee of President Mahama. Have you seen how we are going to hold the NDC government if they allow MTN to do whatever they want? You are talking about digitalization. How can we be able to continue to work with digitalization when you are putting impediments and challenges on our rules? Because at the end of the day, if MTN is charging us, a lot of customers will no longer be doing these digital payments. Because for me to go and pay 5 cedis to anyone, I will go and withdraw the money. And then instead of going digitalization, we are going back to the way we were before digital matters. So when we talk about these issues, government should be so concerned to be able to come out to say that 5 cedis charges, customers will not tell consumers to pay. But that will also be a problem. That means when you go to pay, they will tell you that, please, don't pay Momo. I don't want Momo. So government must have a way of telling people that if you don't have Momo, you won't operate in Ghana. All businesses should put their mobile phones there for customers to see to pay. Businesses that refuse to accept Momo cannot operate. And then they should. I was thinking that when Sam George was coming in, as a youth, he will have some policies to help, not like policies that he will ask us, government should give him 20 million to do this, or blah, blah. No, policies that will help better our lives. You understand what I'm saying? Put in measures that if you go to anyone to pay Momo and he says he doesn't have a Momo account, please call this line. Do you get me?
Okay.
Then government is saying that they should pay, MTN say pay 5 cedis to transfer your dissing. Government should be concerned. The reason why I think that we need these old people who were there since 1992 or 1990, they have lost it. They have nothing to offer to Ghanaians apart from how to be able to squander monies and other things. But talking about new ideas, they don't have any idea for this country. Sam George is there, and this thing is happening. Instead of him to come out to say that businesses, you can't charge customers for this. It is your own. And if you refuse to accept Momo, please call this line. It will put a signal to the businessmen that you can't always put your responsibility on the customer. Do you understand? If you have anything to deliberate, businesses should also come and deliberate and say that, oh, we will pay 3 cedis. You understand? But not for any time government asks businesses to do something, they push everything to the consumer and at times benefit from it and they pay nothing. So if you are here, and instead of you to say that we will look at the drawing board and make sure that digitalization continues and the customer will not be affected. I'm talking because I'm a customer. I do a lot of Momo. And for that matter, I wouldn't want to go to buy. Majority of the people, when I go to buy, they say that, Madam Pacho, minji Momo run in China, that put uncomfortability in my life. And that makes some George ministry to be irrelevant to me because it is not able to serve the people of Ghana the way it's supposed to. Because you cannot be digitalizing and I can come to your shop to buy things and you tell me that they using Momo.
Yeah.
You see, I had a problem with the MPP when they brought this thing up. I love this so much, but I saw that they were being ineptitude when it comes to the Momo. I was thinking that they will make it compulsory that you cannot operate business in Ghana without having a Momo line.
Momo.
But you see, as I told you, the two of them, they are at times when you look at them, they bring out policies just to say that, oh, I brought a policy, but to work the policy to make sure that it's working and all Ghanaians will buy into it, and this is what is going on. They don't do that, and that is what I have a problem with.
Okay, so we have a number of messages. Don't worry, Akosi, I'll let you address, you know, whatever you have to address, and we have to go back to our topic for discussion as well.
Yeah.
This was just something that came in. You are going to go back. Okay, then let me read some messages, then we can go back to our topic. Okay, so good morning. I'm Aben from Kwabinya. Honorable Lindo, Greater Accra Regional Minister, we are pleading with you to continue the demolition of unauthorized structures on waterways. Do not consider anyone in this because the floods in Accra is most annoying. Also, citizens should stop putting garbages in the drains. Regards to Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Deborah, Honorable Peter Akwesi Mensah of Tema Shipyard, and Honorable MC Agbo of Ghana East. Okay, let's move on to the next. Good morning to you. When we collectively internalize an eco-conscious mindset, systematically rejecting the utilization of non-biodegradable plastics and polythene carriers to safeguard our ecological infrastructure, we can decisively eradicate polystyrene from our socioeconomic landscape. Yes, I saw news headline somewhere yesterday. 2027, yes, completely banned.
Yes, completely banned. Yeah. Takeaway parks and all that. Yeah. I was even comes to what alternatives are we going to?
I mean, there are a number of food vendors that are already using other alternatives in packaging their food. So, yeah. Okay, so that's from Aaron Babako Komisa. Right, thank you very much. Watching you live from Amasama in Media. Please, Thursday and Friday is a holiday. I'm Malik Mbwani Salifu.
Minister of Interior.
Please, Thursday and Friday is not a holiday, okay? Wednesday only is the holiday. I did explain this at the beginning of the show that, in fact, you know what, at this point, let me reiterate it. So here's the thing. The reason that Wednesday's holiday is not being moved to Friday, just as a number of you were hoping that it would be, is because Wednesday's holiday, the Eid al-Adha, is static. It's something that, you know, worldwide, that is what that's the day for the celebrations. It's a sacred day to be celebrated. So it cannot, government does not have it in their own hands to move that sacred day to Friday just because they made a promise to you. That's what they were going to be doing. So please, it is only Wednesday that's a holiday. Are we okay now? Great. All right, so moving on. Teacher Kujo Tapa Suso says, NDC is not interested in any internal election. They know it will destroy their party, which doesn't believe in democracy. They plan to use acclamation by picking a Siedu Nketia. That's why they are adopting these tactics to make a Siedu Nketia unbeatable. Unfortunately for them, there are many intelligent individuals in their party, like Haruna Idrisu and Julius Deborah, who know General Mosquito is lighter weight compared to Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Greetings to Asantuman Koka, JFK, Nanabi, and Mr. Owusu Bempa, the Inshayaso constituency chairman hopeful. Okay. Let's take next one. E-Visa is a good initiative. This is why Dr. Baumia needs to lead this country from 2029. He is the brain behind this initiative. He said this in 2019 when he launched even the e-Gate. The NDC didn't know what it is about and the benefits. President Mahama even told the Ghana people that all what they need is kinky and not digital matters. Today, you are caught in the web. As they plan to launch e-visa, we shouldn't forget they are launching e-levy too. The wait is over. NDC is a scam, and I am not missing my words. My dear sister Grace Morefire, my political wife Janet Morefire, Master Planner Junior, Policy Analyst Kintampo. Okay, thank you so much, Master Planner. Good morning, Madam. I think Janet is simplifying the issue on electronic visa. Is she saying that drugs are transported through the visa? Why do we have checks at our ports? Don't we apply for visas and we are refused? What is she talking about? She didn't say that that's what's happening. Please. Okay.
You mentioned my name.
No. Okay. Janet. Okay, let's move on. Good morning, I am Okai from Bantama in the Senate West District. Some NDC members argue that the Momo to bank charges are not the same as the e-levy. But can any company or platform introduce a tax on its own without government approval? Clearly, this move to tax online transactions is rooted in government policy, whether directly or indirectly. We should not try to rebrand or downplay it. A tax is a tax, whether it is applied to mobile money or to online business transactions. What matters is transparency, fairness, and the impact on ordinary people trying to survive through digital trade. It's very unfortunate our leaders are thinking about African unity without thinking about Ghanaians. We have issues that have to be dealt with. Come to circle and see Nigerians have taken over markets and we have been complaining and nobody's addressing this issue. Now, Nigerians are selling pure water in Ghana, which these petty trading is for the indigenous Ghanaians. Good morning, host and your panelists. One of the reasons many Ghanaians may find it difficult to forgive the NPP is the kind of behavior the NPP panelists just exhibited. The level of disrespect and seemingly condescending attitude towards ordinary Ghanaians can be quite troubling. Anytime they speak and their comments are circulated on social media, I believe they should take time to go through public feedback and reactions. The NDC are not saints either, but what many Ghanaians experienced during the NPP's last 8 years in government left deep concerns and frustrations among Ghanaians. Many people feel the party should remain in opposition until it reflects on its shortcomings and learns from its mistake. Abbas Haruna Kumawu Zongo. Right, thank you very much. Moving on. Oh, Ghana. So when? Free visa for other African countries. When such money could have been used to subsidize our huge electricity bills. Mr. President, you have not posted the people who have completed training schools. Yet you want other African countries to come for jobs. What jobs? Galamsey, hey, our water bodies have turned brown by foreigners and you want more of them to come. Hey, let's be careful. Gina, who? Hello, good morning. I want to participate in the Make Me Station. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, that's nice. We'll take notice of that, okay? We will. Thank you. Good morning, madam. Ask Janet how many jobs has she created. I want to know. It's obvious she does not understand the policy on e-visa. If businessmen and women are not given easy access to enter the country, how will the job be created? Let's stop the partisan thinking and focus on how to develop Ghana. She should know right-thinking Ghanaians are not interested in her shadow MPP communication tricks. Yobahoho. Okay. Moving on, Africans have taken over Ghana already. People are begging on the streets of Accra and Kumasi. Nigerians have taken over our markets. The Nigerians are everywhere in the country. No lights, no jobs, no accommodations for the youth. This decision is just unnecessary and not prudent decision at all. I don't agree with Madam Nabla. Didn't fraudsters and scammers come and go out from Ghana when it wasn't e-visa? Janet's assertion is malicious, just trying to find fault with the policy for the sake of it. In Ghana, opposition kicks against every move by the government, whether positive or negative. Janet doesn't bring any. Okay, all right, let's move on. Let's move on to the next. This is from Newton Agbley. Tayman. Good morning, beautiful ladies. I'm confused this morning to hear that Ghana is open for visa free. My worry is that have we considered so many factors before opening our borders to foreigners? Have we soon forgotten what's happening in South Africa? Have they taken our businesses? accommodations, etc., into consideration. Have you heard about the Ebola virus closer to us? Please come again. I don't think Ghana is ready now. Thanks. Good morning, Esiedua. Is the e-visa going to give us jobs? We need jobs, please. Yeah. Good morning, Joy Prime. What have we done wrong for voting this clueless, incompetent for one NDC government after they scam us with plethora of promises like 1 job, 3 shifts, Women Development Bank, ending Galamsey menace within 3 months, reducing the cost of electricity and water bills, etc. We have indeed sold out our color TV for a black and white TV. Those of us who have short memories about the NDC party anytime they are in power should give time some time. Aziz Bayo from Dafiama Busi Issa constituency, Upper West region. Good morning, beautiful ladies. I always enjoy watching ladies debate on national issues, but sometimes I feel uncomfortable listening to certain arguments. Janet in particular needs to do more research on issues before making, first of all, she should ask herself, where do visa application fees go? This technology is now being embraced by many countries around the world. My ladies, you are mothers and should always stand by the truth. Janet should slow down, do proper research and make informed comments before making... Sometimes her argument should... moving on. Good morning, madam. The NDC communicator in your studio is really educating us this morning. She is too much and I wish she is given an appointment immediately. Ooh. Communication is not about what you say. It is about how people understand you. Tell Akuzet to stop confusing us. The policy is good and we must all embrace it. I remember the NPP in power was shifting blame the NDC government for 8 years, and today Akuzet is telling us not to shift blame on your failed government. What a double standard. Chairman Al-Ola Bode Williams from Nima. Okay, moving on. Good morning, Madam Host. Please let Janet know that we are not joking in this country at all. She should stop all this communication with Indians, with NPP. Where the Ghanaians are more clever than some of politicians, and those Shandam politics will not work nowadays. We suffered under another one, Bawlaya and NPP government. They shut up and let we Ghanaians think. Look at this. Okay, let's move on. I think I forgot to put out the disclaimer. I'll put it out again. Because, yes, I forgot to. Because when I come on here, I do my very best to put out a disclaimer that when you send in your messages and the messages are derogatory, I am not going to read them. And so for those that are yet to send in their messages, please make sure that you are speaking to the matter, you are sharing your thoughts, and you are not, attacking any personality that is seated here this morning, or any morning at all. So please, let's be very mindful. Moving on, Janet should know the Ghanaians are bigger than her. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Dear host, the Mahama-led government is timorous for allowing Salam Mustafa Jawu, an MPP communicator, to threaten to weaponize their youth and make the country ungovernable. And Jawu saying they will burn down NDC's headquarters respectively, and nothing has happened to these individuals. Afenya Markin slapped a police officer and has gotten the... This is actually not our topic for discussion, you know. Anyways, let's move on. From Gasti Man Brokum, I completely agree with Janet. These people clearly have no idea how to govern this country properly. Sentence in Kwa. Okay. Good morning, sister. Please tell Ms. Nabla to look for positives. Dr. Nkrumah worked with about 5 million Ghanaians. And can she tell me the population today? She and her likes better talk like leaders and not opposing. We leveled Ghanaians, understand the government policies and shall support it to succeed. Women know what they go through making babies, yet a word to the wise. Okay. Moving on. Ablakwa Central. Okay. Let's take another one. Good morning. So the PNP Flagbearer sees every policy of this government wrong. Then she can't be a president of this country. In fact, she always side with MPP. My advice to her to dissolve her party and join MPP. Moving on. Good morning to the host, all panelists. Please, try to remind those NPP women who are defending indefensible. NDC are not like MPP when they embezzled all our money from our taxes, banks. Selfish interest also makes our money turn to ordinary paper, making our city weak to worse. I am finding it difficult reading this. I'm sorry. I don't know. Let's move on to the next, please. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has a notable track record of achievements, some key accomplishments that demonstrate his commitment to the nation includes infrastructure development, youth empowerment, healthcare, education, economic growth, energy sector, industrialization, inclusivity, and foreign relations. His leadership during his previous term demonstrated a commitment to development, job creation, and social welfare, and also his experience is a valuable asset in addressing the current challenges and building a better future for Ghana. Regards to Honorable Kofi Bente, AFO, MP for Sefiri constituency. Fantastic Wilberforce, Seshi Aswinso. Okay. Let's take some more messages. Hello, Joy Prime. Please let the Ghana police know that I desire their attention on child protection and its related topics in Afajato South, Hohoi, Guan, and South Tong districts, municipalities as soon as possible. Yona Kaleku. Okay, thank you for that message. I can't see Gariba from Tamale. Good morning, Esiedua. If you have scammers ruling a country, what do you expect? Broken promises everywhere. God save Ghana. Okay, so Sami Bwache Asaman Kese says, okay, let's just open it up to the read more. John Mahama's government effectively governing Ghana. The president's administration seems to prioritize noise over action, particularly regarding job creation and policy implementation. Instead of the proposed 24-hour economy, the government has launched a free e-visa system for African countries. Meanwhile, new taxes like the e-levy and charges on ATM transactions have been introduced, including an 8 Ghana cedi fee. This is in contrast to the previous administration, which did not have such charges. The government also appears to have overlooked pressing issues like rent, increment of electricity bill. Given these circumstances, it's clear that Ghana deserves better governance and not long talks, especially with 2028 approaching. Regards to Dr. Baumia. Samuel Osei Sarkodie, Haji Asafia Mohammed, and Atiki Yakubu. Special regards to my sister Grace Amwabing. Okay. Okay, so he took a screenshot of the MTN message. Interesting. All right, let's move on. Hello, good morning. I'm Abraham. Clearly, the two didn't research on e-visa before coming. Please, I want to know if the message sent to her by MTN was classified as e-levy. Okay, let's move on. Alhaji Hapsa Pig Farm says, good morning, madam. Truth be told, I am not happy with the way you always allow Nabla to be misinformed. She does not even understand. Okay, all right, let's move on. Okay, I believe that's it. This is the birthday message. So, okay. Well, thank you for the messages so far. Let's get into wrapping up on our topic for discussion, and that is the launch of e-visa platform. So we've got about 6 minutes to wrap it up, so I'm going to give 2 minutes each to all three of you, and there we go. Grace.
Oh, okay. So, right. So with regards to the e-visa, I said from the word go, I mentioned it's a good thing, but government should look at the disadvantages of how this is not going to help anybody in this country, especially with regards to our security concerns, the loss of the visa revenue. How are we going to generate monies to help us? I mean, the ones that we are losing, what's going to happen to the others? And also there will be pressure on our immigration systems. Like I said, what are the structures that are being put in place with regards to our immigration systems? What other new things are they going to bring to support this new e-visa thing they are bringing up now? What are they putting together for us so that we will not experience the pressure on our immigration systems? That's 3. And also with our dependence, this policy or this particular e-visa process is going to depend on internet and what we call it, technology stuff. Have they put things in place for us not to encounter issues with regards to our technology and internet issues that we are having in Ghana? With regards to their jobs, to what things are they going to put in place so that people will not struggle, will not turn into the next South African experience where our local people will be fighting over jobs with foreigners and driving them out. We don't want to experience that. So what things are they putting in place so that we will not get to that point? And also, when it comes to risk of cyber attacks and data breaches, what are they putting in place so that we will not have, I mean, when I was speaking, I mentioned how even our ministries are having challenges with their website, they are being hacked and all that. What structures are they putting in place so that if we open this app, we open the system for people to come in and start applying online, we will not have data breaches and having cyber attacks here and there. So that's what I will say with that. And also with I'll come back to the e-levy thing that I said, the mini e-levy statements I made. I will still stress on it that whoever is in charge, whoever is responsible, we need better answers from the government. If the government knows about these taxes, I'm not sure any agency or any company will pass for Ghanaians to pay taxes and the government will not be aware of that. That one for sure I know, that there's no way that they will charge us and nobody in government will be aware of it, because these companies are regulated. They don't just get up and do anything because they are in the country and we are using their services, so they just get up and do whatever they want. No, I'm sure people are aware of what is going on, so we need answers. Not as an MPP member, as a business person. I responded as a business person, and I'm speaking for a lot of the young entrepreneurs in this country. We need answers. Whoever is responsible should come out and tell us what is happening. Is it a mini e-levy or it is from the networks? What are they doing to regulate that? That is what we need to know.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Akosia, thank you very much. Victoria.
Okay, thank you, Esedua, for the opportunity. And I'm also grateful to the viewers that have stayed with us till this point. I would like to reiterate the fact that the e-visa has come to stay, and we must all embrace it as Ghanaians. It is important to note that every single application goes through a vigorous security process. And that is to say that the international security platforms and our national security will do everything possible to ensure that applicants or persons that are approved with visas are people that will come to this country and will not harm anybody.
Okay.
And we also have, it's a process. Once it has started, we've taken notice of all the relevant, comments here and there. And the criticisms that are coming, it's very important for us to develop as a nation. And therefore, as time goes on, we are going to tighten whatever loopholes or whatever disadvantages that they are going to be arising from this. And I just received information about the MTN issue, which is also to do with the GIPS interoperability platform that has already existed for so many years. And I think MTN has done a good job by trying to cap it at 5 Ghana cedis instead of 0.75. And so they are trying to help the customers, to elope some 25% or 0.25%.
Okay.
Yeah, so information which, if I understand it correctly, that's the information that I'm getting. Okay. That is the GIPS platform that is actually doing this, deduction from the payments, because it's a platform that, these digital platforms charges a fee to help transactions to go through successfully. Right. And so they usually come up with some of these, increments and then payments here and there to allow. So
it's not like you using the MTN short code, for instance, to do the
it's
from
the
Momo to bank
interoperability platform that is charging the fee, but MTN is capping it at 5 cedis instead of 0.75. Instead of 0.75. Yeah, they're doing it. So if in actual fact it should have been 75 pesos, 7.5. 7 cedis, 50 pesos. Okay. But they have capped it to 5 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah. So, I think maybe when we have time, we can delve deeper into it.
Right, because we really have to understand.
Yeah. The message came last night.
Yes.
And so I'm sure as time goes on, we all going to have an understanding. But I advise people to use the banks. You know, I do a lot of transactions at the bank. All I have to do is to pick my paper and sign a transfer. So once I sign the transfer, the money just goes into my bank account from the other bank to the other one without any charges. So I think it would be better if we can, you know, access our transactions through the banks. And I'm sure, you know, we can take that burden off us. That's my advice to business people.
Okay, all right. Janet.
So one thing she's not realizing is that the reason why people like using the digital platform, it saves stress, it saves money for transportation and so many other things. That's why the digitalization or these Momo things came into place to reduce stress, to reduce people using their vehicles to drive to banks and other things. But that doesn't mean that we should be charged for those things when it was for free and now they want to charge it. We shouldn't talk about it. So we know the banks, the way to the banks, but the reason why we don't go there is because it reduces stress and also it cuts down on transportation. Concerning our topic about the e-visa system, I think that my points were so hitting. I could see it. When you are telling the truth and the person knows that it is the truth, it pains to the core. And at times you will hear messages that came and he's not having facts. What is it about fact? If I tell you that you are asking people to come to Ghana and that they should come and get a work permit, and I'm asking you, where are your jobs? Your youth don't have jobs, they are crying. And you are asking other African countries to come here to take jobs. From where? Where is the lying about it? You are telling me that misinforming the Ghanaian public. You think Ghanaians are not intelligent? They are very, very intelligent. They are very, very intelligent. That is why they know how to change from one political party to another when things doesn't sit down well with them. No one can be able to take the Ghanaian for granted. So Ghanaians, they understand the risk factors that I'm bringing out, and they know that we are in trouble dealing with this e-system. And they also know that the government did not come up with this e-system just because he wants people to be stress-free or he wants to make sure that we love our African neighbors. He did it because of money. Money is the main reason why they are doing all these things. And also accountability. They are thinking that maybe the embassies are hoarding some monies and blah, blah. So they think by using the e-system, it can be able to generate...
Are you getting some intel?
No, please. I am saying that... I'm saying that this is how I'm thinking.
You're thinking?
Yes.
Okay.
With what she was saying,
right.
I deduce it from her statement that government is mainly, from what I'm thinking, deducing all these things coming from just monetary. The monetary factor is what is driving the government to do all these things that he's doing. He's not thinking about me. He's not thinking about you. Our security risk, he's not taking it into consideration. And this one, I have said it. As time goes on, you will see.
Earlier, you said something about the possibility of government wanting to have sole control over, operations, money-wise, especially.
Yes. From the embassies.
From the embassies,
so,
right.
We have been talking about decentralization, and then they were given opportunity to get their money. They give it some percentage to the government, and they too, they take some percentage. Government wants all the money in one place so that you will know what he will now send it back. Do you understand? So they are like the decentralization thing that we were fighting for. Now they have made it central to make sure that even the e-system, e-visa system, you can allow still the embassies, their money to go to the embassy and they will bring it back. Look at what they did to national health insurance. When Ghanaians got up and said that the national health insurance funds should go into their account, they allowed it. And then they went back and took all the money for Mahama Care, what, and took everything. That's what they do. They will tell you that let it go. Because Ghanaians have said it, they will come out and say that it was the NDC government that allowed the national health insurance money to go straight into the national health insurance account. Then we went back to that account and took Mahama Care, what. This one, by the time you realize, they took all the money away. So that's what they are going to do with the e-visa system. They are not thinking about myself and you. The main motive is money, and that is very dangerous.
Let me steal some, few minutes, and to ask this question, Victoria. Ghanaians are complaining a lot. At some point in Abosio Kain, there was, a whole fight, a whole brawl between, traders over there saying that some Nigerians were skyrocketing their, they Ghanaians, they were at the risk of selling their stuff because Nigerians were selling lower, cheaper as compared to the Ghanaians and all of that. And not just that, Janet earlier gave an example of if you go to Circle now, it's saturated with Nigerians and some other foreign nationals who are trading there, and it's not really, so it seems that it's very easy already. Ghana is so easy to come into and establish yourself. That is what it looks like, and that is what has been going on for a while now. And then now we are going to get into the introduction of free visas, e-visa and all of that. What can we do? How can we really strengthen our borders? How can we strengthen our systems in such a way that we would not have it easy for these foreign nationals coming into the country to take over?
You see, Esedwa, thank you. One thing that we must realize is that Nigerians have been coming into this country over the past year.
Yes.
We have also been to Nigeria over the past year.
Right.
At a point, Nigerians, demonstrated and said, Ghana must go. At that point, what infuriated that, or what necessitated that action, that Ghana must go. And then at some point, you realize that, Nigerians are a kind of people who are very aggressive when it comes to business. And so they do everything in their capacity to provide quality services at affordable rate. And so if a Nigerian has to sell this item for 5 cedis, and make a profit of 50 pesos, they rather look at the quantitative aspect of profit making than qualitative. I mean, like a slow, selling at 7 cedis and waiting for the product to finish within a period of 3 months. So is there a business strategy they brought on board that somehow affected, business in Abosokwan?
Right.
That's one aspect.
Right.
And then there's the other aspect where, the borders also have been losing up.
Yes.
And so some of them are able to smuggle goods in here.
Right.
And so they're able to sell at cheaper rates. And so for me, as a government person, what I know is that we've taken pragmatic steps now at the border. Now it is very difficult to go to Togo and see people smuggling goods here into this country. I have had a friend who once recently called me that his goods had been seized and that the goods were going to Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. Later, I went there and I realized it wasn't true. The system was so robust such that he wasn't allowed to send. And I also did not support it. So, I mean, it's all comes down to our individual capacities and our responsibility towards checking that who is smuggling what. If I have intel that there's a Nigerian there who is smuggling goods there, it is my responsibility or my right to report them to the law enforcement agencies to arrest them. But if we decide to go by the, the xenophobic way, where we decide to tell them to go away,
to leave,
then we're going to have a counter reaction in Nigeria as well. Because as we speak, there are Ghanaians who are doing business in Nigeria.
Right.
Yesterday, I saw that some Nigerian youth stormed ShopRite and they were trying to close down the place.
Yes.
It's very sad to see that we've gotten to this point. Even at a point, some people said they're going to boycott MTN. But if we do, we have already allowed ourselves to be, bought by the MTN. Now MTN is, we have the highest subscribers. They have the highest subscribers in Ghana, you see. And so for me, I think that we as a government would take the necessary steps to ensure that every single item that is coming into this country is screened at the borders so that it doesn't come and then choke our businesses here. We're going to do all that.
Great. Brilliant.
I just wanted to say something. When we were talking about this, the EVs, how people are coming in, that's why, like most of us, everybody is saying that, like, sometimes it's better to make sure our systems are already in, like, we have good systems running. When you have a broken system and you allow all these things to come in, then we can never fix our issues, because then we'll keep having all the problems and challenges. And also, I want to say something. Most of the time when you are reading your comments, I normally do not, address any of them because sometimes people just send messages to excite, whoever is here or to, yes, that's what people do. But sometimes your viewers should also be objective. When you have somebody who is representing someone and then people are genuinely demanding for answers, and then the person just throw it to your face and you decide to respond. You should be objective with some of these things. That who in this situation, who is being arrogant here? Because then I have a genuine concern and I'm asking for answers. If you don't have the answers, you just have to say, oh, we will look at it and come back to you. But you don't tell me to go and look for another network and then you have somebody saying that there's... So sometimes you have to be objective when it comes to these things.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
And
all right.
I just want to, you see, as we're talking about objectivity, our questions must be posed and they must be posed well.
If you don't have answers,
and so if you are posing a question, direct the question to the appropriate quarters. Because I won't sit here and see my government being unpopularized.
So who should I
you understand?
direct?
As a result of something that the person themselves do not even have knowledge of. If you do not have knowledge of something, you need to be able to communicate effectively and directly to the issue.
If you do not
and not try to rope in,
do not have
the government,
then you wait and get the
e-levy and all that. You know e-levy, you brought e-levy. You know what it is.
And get the
you know what e-levy looks like.
You
understand? You know what e-levy is. And so you don't come and talk about e-levy. When MTN is sending you a message.
You do not. That is what I'm saying. If you don't have answers, you keep quiet and then you wait for us to get answers.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap on Newsflash right here on Prime Morning. My name is Asana Nabla. A huge thank you to all of you who sent in your messages during the Newsflash segment. And again, let me put this out there that anytime that we have Newsflash and then we've got, personalities here, we've got guests here that are speaking to the matter, please send in your messages, speaking and addressing the matter, and do not try to attack any personality on here. We are going to, keep on reminding you that that's the right thing to do. That's a civil way of doing things, okay? So thank you all so much. But Prime Morning still continues. My name is Asana Nabla. Newsflash is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. So if you're looking for any electronic gadgets, CCTV cameras, televisions, what is it? Refrigerators, what is it that you're looking for? They've got you covered. So you can download the app on your phones. It is Franco Trading app. It's on iOS, it's on Android, or you can visit their website at www.francotrading.com. And that's it.